everyone, I'm Marina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here for a shop update preview. The shop update will be this Friday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. I have a restock of a candle, some fiber, and tons of colorways. So let's get started. Before I show you all the new things in stock, I want to briefly remind you that until April 30th, I do have my May Club pre-orders in the shop. That includes my Glow Club, which is my yarn and candle club, my Sun Club, which is my Bold and Bright Neons Club, as well as my Mini Mystery Club, which is my newest club and has been super popular so far. Y'all love your minis, and so it's so much fun. Those will end April 30th and then be shipped out by May 10th. And then on May 1st, the June Club pre-orders will be live in the shop. So just a heads up on that if you wanted to get into the May clubs. I also still have my 2021 Advent Calendar pre-order. This year's theme is SEABREEZE, and I am so excited about this calendar. I love the mood board. I love all the colors. I have had the best time planning this calendar. This will be the 4th year that I've done Advents, and so it really is my favorite thing to do of the whole year. They are so much work. They're definitely a labor of love, but they really are my favorite thing to plan and to dye and to pack. So you can find tons more info in the listing on the site. So I've linked below in case you're interested in that. All right, let's get started with all the goodies I'll be putting into the shop on Friday. The first thing I'll be putting in is the Royal Palm Candle. This is a 6-ounce beeswax and coconut oil candle. It has a delicious summery scent with coconut. It's a very soft, subtle coconut flavor and citrus and a little bit of floral. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. It's definitely one of my favorites for spring and summer, so much so that I've actually been burning it and I love it. So I know that y'all have been looking for this. I finally poured some, so definitely take a look at those on Friday. I want to go ahead and talk about some fiber now. I have not dyed fiber in a while, and I'm so sorry about that, but I am now. So here we go. This is I Heart Beach Glass, and it is just like the colorway, which actually is right here behind me. But this fiber has all the same colors. It has this gorgeous minty green and purples and pinks and little bits of like a warm caramel. And I'm going to have this on 2 different fibers. This is a merino and bamboo fiber, which I love because you can see all this gorgeous bamboo in the combed top. It stays undyed, and so it just adds a really beautiful sheen, and it adds some interest in your spinning. I will also have it on Polworth, which is one of my personal favorites, and it is just so gorgeous. I love Polworth because it's a really nice, soft, fine fiber, and it's beautiful to spin, and the finished product is just, it's really, really beautiful, and it's a non-superwash fiber. I can't say enough good things about it. It's just a really wonderful fiber. And so these are all braided because I just took photos of them for the shop listing. Let me show you how they'll be packed up. This is actually how I package all of my fiber. I personally like all of my fiber to be loosely packed, and I like them in a plastic bag just because it adds another layer of protection for the fiber. And honestly, with all of the children in my house, with all of my children, I really use these plastic bags to keep all of my bobbins stored and for safekeeping. So it's a little bit for safety too. But this is I Heart Beach Glass. The next colorway is an end of the day colorway. This is end of the day number 58, and right here, this is a superwash merino and nylon blend. So this is great for super hard wearing projects you might have in mind. Most of the time socks. So if you really love merino or you are wanting to spend something specifically for socks, this would be a great blend. This has gorgeous kind of emerald and jade greens, bits of neon yellowy green, royal blue, purple, and then lots of undyed space. And I love white or undyed in my fiber. It lends a very interesting effect to the finished product. And that's just a personal preference, so that's how I dye it. So I will have this in superwash merino and nylon. And then I will also have it on Polworth. And you can see the difference between these two fibers. One of the reasons I love dyeing on superwash merino nylon is because it really makes all the vibrant colors pop. And as you can see, the dye strikes very, very quickly on this fiber as well. Whereas this is a non-superwash Polworth. And so even though I feel like the colors are still quite vibrant on Polworth, it's naturally kind of a whiter fiber, which helps with that. But the dye is allowed to kind of travel a little bit more. So you have a little bit of different effect, but they're both still super gorgeous. So superwash merino and nylon, as well as Polworth, end of the day number 58. I'm moving on to yarn and colorways now, but I wanted to give you a heads up, first of all, that I will have all of these available on minis. So whatever colorway you're interested in on Friday, just click that colorway name and you'll see all of the options of the bases you'd like, and you will see the mini skein option. So here they are. I've loved dyeing these up, so I'm glad you are also liking them. Normally when I do the shop update preview, I try to separate tonals and colorways, but I honestly, when I was winding them, I put them into my storage bins and they're all mixed up. So they're gonna be mixed up on the preview as well. The first colorway is Sunset Beach, and this is it's an oldie but a goodie. It's an old colorway. One of my first colorways, actually. It's layer upon layer of oranges, kind of peachy oranges, terracottas. It's a really warm colorway. It's just I love it because it's very complex. It has pops of green and purple and pink speckles. And I love this colorway. I really, really love this colorway. So I will have it on all of my bases that aren't already stocked in the shop. This is Lani Sock. Here is my Noe Mohair Silk. So that is just a beautiful effect on this yarn that has just such a gorgeous halo. And then I will also have it on my Gold Nani Twist, which is a fingering weight yarn, 2-ply with some gold sparkle, gold stellina in it. So it's a really beautiful yarn. And I will also have it on my Lani DK. And so all of my bases that I normally carry in the shop are Lani Sock, Gold Nani Twist, Lani DK, Noe Mohair Silk, and then minis as well. So normally I like to keep them all in stock in the shop, and then with my shop updates, what I've been doing is filling in all of the yarns that aren't available, that have sold out. So Sunset Beach was one of those that I don't know if I have any in stock in the shop right now, so it is getting a full restock. My next colorway is Waikiki. This also is one of my original colorways from back in the day. This is a really gorgeous pale gray with lots of different pops of colors. There's kind of a deep red, bright yellow, bright green, pink, blue, orange. So lots of different colors. It's a really unusual colorway, and it's so fun knit up because of all those speckles. And so again, I will be restocking it on all of my bases that aren't already in the shop. And I really like this paired with a tonal or more of a solid colorway. So for example, I have Solar Flare here, which I'll also be restocking. And if you pair it with this, it's going to bring out all the warm colors. So we have some orange speckles right in here, and this tonal orange is really going to bring out those orange speckles. It's also going to be bringing out some of these warm kind of pops of yellow speckles as well. So this is fun. It's really fun in colorways. It's beautiful in maybe some lace patterns. I'm knitting the Good Vibes shawl right now, and I'm using a variegated colorway as well as more of a tonal, and it looks really, really good. So Waikiki back in stock. Next up is a gorgeous colorway that actually matches the shirt I'm wearing today. This is called Palm Springs, and it's a white background with all these gorgeous, gorgeous, vibrant speckles. We have pops of deep neon pink, as well as some of these like bright greens, and we have some kind of emerald green pops as well. These are just unbelievably fun. And you could also pair these again with any of the tonals that are in this yarn. So some of the colorways that would look really good with this are Saturn, which is a bright yellow, and this really goes well with all these kind of like bright green pops in here. I really also love Glowworm, and I'll be restocking this week as well, but this is a super bright neon green, and it really brings out the bright emerald as well as kind of more of the limey green in Palm Springs. And then of course I have to mention Princess, because Princess goes with everything in my shop, and Palm Springs is no exception. It has all these bright pink speckles, and so Princess definitely coordinates with that. And actually, if you wanted to go a little deeper, I think Pink Hibiscus would look really well, because the pink speckles are just a little deeper than Princess, and they really coordinate well with Pink Hibiscus. And so these two would be a super nice contrast together. So Palm Springs back in stock. I will be restocking a gorgeous tonal. This is called Sea Urchin, and it is a gorgeous kind of a lilac, soft purple gray. It has some gray undertones in it, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I love this paired with Oyster or Pearl, so with another tonal gray. I love pairing it with something that has like some deeper blues in it. Let's see, maybe like Deep Dive. That would look so, so pretty together. Here's Atlantic Dreams. I also really love those together. And let's see, I have Purple Passion Flower here as well, and those coordinate beautifully together. I really like Sea Urchin because it's kind of a spring and summery color. It's very understated, but it's just, I really, really love this color. I had a really specific color in mind when I went to dye this, and so after experimenting for a while, I came up with this beautiful purple gray color, and I absolutely love it. So Sea Urchin is back in stock this week. I can't leave Sea Urchin without showing you these beautiful skeins of Noe Mohair Silk. These are so beautiful in that Sea Urchin color. So like I just shared with you, I will also be restocking Solar Flare. I restocked these 2 weeks ago and sold out of a lot of them, so I decided to go ahead and pop them back in the shop. These are really sunny, bright orange. They remind me so much of like a creamsicle orange. They're not a searingly bright, like kind of like construction safety orange. They're just a really pleasant orange. I really, really like them. They're definitely bright, don't get me wrong, but like I said, kind of in a creamsicle way. They're just a really fun, vibrant orange. I really think these two would be beautiful together. So this is Solar Flare along with my new colorway Pink Palm, and I hope that y'all can see this because it's so beautiful. But Pink Palm has some really gorgeous warm deep yellow as well as deep orange speckles, and so Solar Flare really brings out the warm tones, and it just looks really, really pretty together. Next in stock is Glowworm. It is a vibrant lime green. It's definitely neon, and I just love it. It's so pretty. It looks beautiful with tonals. So like these two, Princess and Glowworm, look awesome together. Here it is with Bright Mint, just to compare the two greens. So Bright Mint is definitely a little bit of a different green compared to Glowworm. Glowworm has a lot more yellow in it, but they are really pretty together. I think this would also be pretty if you want to do like a green trio. So you have Glowworm and Bright Mint and Clearwater together. These are really, really pretty. I also think it's really pretty with a colorway that I'll be restocking this week called I'll Be Back. And I haven't had this in stock since last year. And so this one, this variegated, is I'll Be Back. And along with Glowworm, it just really brings out all those beautiful neon yellow, neon green kind of vibrant colors. So Glowworm is back in stock. Okay, so I'm super excited to share with you that I will be stocking a fade in the shop this week. This is a 300-gram fade in 6 different skeins. And so this is called Like Lily. It is on a 2-ply fingering weight base with a silver sparkle. So it's very similar to my gold Nani twist, but it has silver in it. It's so pretty. And these are so hard to hold. Every time I do a fade preview, I have such a hard time holding all these, so hopefully you can see them. It begins with this beautiful pale green, very bright. This is a very bright fade. So this kind of neon green at the end, and it fades into these deep jade. They're very bright, but a kind of a bright jade emerald green, and then just moving on to pink at the very end. So this last skein, this is the way it looks. It has all of these pops of speckles, and the first skein is this one. And so the cool thing about these fades is you are going from this color to this color in a series of 6 50-gram skeins, and they're just a beautiful effect. If you're doing a large shawl, you could pair these with some tonal skeins. If you wanted to do a sweater, you could make like alternate them, make stripes. There's so many different options. You could pick up 2 of these sets and definitely make a larger size garment. These are the equivalent of 3 full skeins of yarn. And so if you had 2 of these sets, that would be 6 skeins of yarn, which would lend itself to quite a large project. So let's see if I could hold these one more time. All right, Like Lily. This is a really fun fade. I've only dyed this once before, so I'm bringing it back on Friday. Next up, we will have I'll Be Back, and I cannot tell you how much I love this colorway. It is a gorgeous variegated colorway with layers of colors, deep blues and purples and pinks and pops of light and bright neons. We've got some gorgeous blues in there, as well as speckles. These would make the best pair of socks. They would be so beautiful. But I will be restocking these on all of the bases. You have lots of bases to choose from for your projects. I really also love colorways that have this many colors in them because they're a great bridge to if you're doing a fade. So I kind of just use the word bridge. I don't know if that's a technical word. I don't think it is. Let me show you what I mean. If you wanted to put Pink Palm with I Heart Beach Glass along with I'll Be Back and Bay Breeze. All these colors are going to be in the update this week. But if you wanted to put all those colors together, they would all work because each of the subsequent colorways contains a color from the previous. So something like I'll Be Back, which is this one right here, has lots of different colors. Say you didn't want to use something like Bay Breeze, you could add something that had some darker blue in it. Let's grab Deep Dive right here and add that in. And because I'll Be Back has these really gorgeous dark blues, it ties in Deep Dive to the rest of these skeins. So it's just something to think about when you have these crazy variegated colorways. They're super fun for socks. I love them for socks, but they're really nice to tie in to a fade if you're trying to tie lots of different colors together that maybe you wouldn't normally put together in a fade. So I'll Be Back. The next colorway is Bay Breeze, and I haven't dyed this a lot either, and it's a really beautiful colorway. I'm not sure why. It's just, I guess it's more of an, I think I just started dyeing it last year, and so it's kind of a new colorway, and I haven't really had a lot of chances to re-dye it, but it is a beautiful blend of Tiffany blues, lime greens, and lots of speckles, lots of kind of contrasting speckles that are all in the same color family. This is such a beautiful colorway. I love this with lots of different tonals. This is bright mint with it. Clear water looks great. And if you really wanted to go for a contrast, you could put poolside with it as well. There's some deeper blue speckles in Bay Breeze, which you can't really see. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on camera, but they tie in the poolside really nicely. So it's just a really fun, springy, summery colorway. And I thought I would bring it back to the shop. So this is Bay Breeze. I have two colorways to share with you in this very long shop update preview. This is my new colorway, Pink Palm. And I had been experimenting with a colorway and just really fell in love with this. I love this so much so that I actually knit a pair of socks from my tester skein that I had been testing. This is a base of vibrant pink. It's a beautiful neon pink, and then it has tons of different colored speckles. So we have this deep kind of tealy turquoise color, royal blue, warm oranges, yellows, greens, purples, pinks. I mean, we have tons and tons of different colors. And so I've dyed this on, I believe, all of my bases. So I will have it on Lonnie Sock, Lonnie DK, Gold Nani Twist, and Noe Mohair Silk, which I really love. Here it is on the Mohair Silk, and it just turned out so beautifully. Sometimes those speckles kind of meld together. They're not as sharp, obviously, as on this, but I think they came out very distinct, and I was really happy how they turned out. So Pink Palm, it's a new colorway. I hope you love it. Lastly, I will have a fan favorite. This is I Heart Beach Glass. This is a gorgeous blend of minty greens, warm caramel browns, bright pink, and it ends this beautiful fade in this really pretty kind of plum color. It has lots of different micro speckles all over it, so I don't know if you can even see that on camera, but there are tiny, tiny speckles throughout, and they really add a lot of texture to this colorway and just a lot of interest. I love this colorway so much. But this looks great with pink hibiscus, and these two colors are actually what I'm knitting my Good Vibes shawl with right now. And it's turning out so beautifully. I love it. It looks awesome with Princess, of course. Bright mint would look so great with it. It'd also look great with honeycomb, which is a warm caramel brown that I stock in the shop. And let me see if I have any in stock. I may have some. I can't exactly see on my other yarn rack, but let me know if you're looking for it. I'd be happy to dye it up. It's almost the same color as this kind of warm caramel brown. I think it would be beautiful with all these bright colors to kind of ground it with a little more earthiness of this brown. But I Heart Beach Glass, it's such a beautiful colorway, and it's coming back in stock. So that's it for the week. Thank you so much for joining me for this shop update preview, sticking around. I know it was a long one, and I love sharing all of this beautiful yarn and fiber and candles with you. I hope you can join me this Friday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. That's when all of these items become available at the shop. It's a great idea to set an alarm if there's something that you absolutely love, if there's something you absolutely want. Most of my items are in stock all the time. I just can't guarantee. Sometimes items fly off the shelves and it's kind of unpredictable sometimes. I just never know. But as you can tell, I love keeping things in stock in my shop, and so I really try to make enough where if you're seeing this in another 2 weeks, I will still have those items available. But just in case, set an alarm for 8 p.m. Eastern, and I hope you join me at pineappleyarn.com. I will be back in another 2 weeks for another shop update preview, and next week I'll have another episode of Pineapple Knits. I'll see you next time. Bye.